Hello YouTube, this is Tim, your friendly neighborhood bastard, and today we're talking about the visual sound Jekyll and Hyde Ultimate Overdrive, and it's a badass pedal. So there's a couple things of note here before we get into playing. You'll notice that there are two switches. It can be operated either on the overdrive side, on the distortion side, or both together. Both together doesn't sound that great. Spoiler alert. I'll show you how it sounds here in a bit. We also have a bass boost switch and a sharp/blunt switch. And you'll notice that there's a little bit more control over the distortion side. We've got this EQ knob here that scoops the mids a little bit. So we'll go over all the fine sounds there. Special thanks to my friend AJ who lent me this pedal. Really appreciate it. Love playing around with it. And you'll hear later I had some fun making a little mini song with it as well. So you'll be able to hear this in a mix. So without further ado, let's get to playing. As before, I'm using my Chapman ML3 Modern running into my 11 racks beige channel. So with, of course, the pedal in between. So not a whole lot going on there except for a little bit of reverb. And if I really murder it, I can get a little bit of grit out of it. So let's check out the distortion first, shall we? All right, so with everything at noon, it doesn't sound that great. Let me tweak some things. All right, I'll show you the EQ knob at this point. So it can really scoop it out. So there's the two extremes there. So let's I'm gonna make that, I'm gonna put that at noon again. I'm gonna turn on the bass boost and I'm gonna turn on the sharp switch. Kind of a mess. I'm going to turn the gain down a little bit. All right, so that gives you an idea of the distortion side. Let's head over to the overdrive side of things. So even with everything more or less at noon, except for the volume control, it's really not that bad on the overdrive side. It's just sort of a nice, thick, sort of crunch tone that you'd expect from a sort of a mid to high gain amp that's more of a classic sound. Let me show you how deep this thing goes, though. So I'm going to turn the drive all the way up here, and let's check it out. All right, and here's the overdrive without the bass boost and without the sharp switch engaged. All right, and I promised that I would show you both at the same time. So here's both sides together. I'm going to put the bass boost and the sharp switch back on because I just think it sounds better in general that way. Your mileage may vary, of course. And it's time to check it out in a mix. So this little mini song I created in just about a day. It's not brilliant, but it does the job. All of the guitar and bass was run through my 11 rack directly into the computer. Obviously, the guitar was run through the pedal as well, and I tried to use both sides for the leads. So the first bit is going to be the distortion side, second little lead bit is going to be the overdrive side, and the third is going to be the distortion, again with a slightly different tone. The rhythm, both sides are the distortion side of the pedal. So check it out. Well, that does it for the visual sound Jekyll and Hyde Ultimate Overdrive. Until next time, I am Tim, your friendly neighborhood bastard. Rock on.